Welcome or welcome back to WatchAdvisor on YouTube. It's Alexander speaking, your host, and on your screen you see the new Zenith Defy Skyline powered by the Primero 3620 caliber.
Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell to get our latest notifications.
All possible executions of this new sports watch from Zenith are on your screen, so you can choose either the watch with a black dial and a black rubber strap, a silver dial with a green rubber strap, a blue dial with a blue rubber strap, and all the watches also come with a bracelet. So when you buy the watch, you get the bracelet and you can choose according to the color of the dial, either the blue one with the blue, as I said. You could choose, in theory, the silver dial with the blue strap. That looks gorgeous too. You could also choose the black dial with the green. That looks also gorgeous. And even the black with the blue. So many possibilities. You choose. It's up to you what you like. And as I said, you always get on top the bracelet, the stainless steel bracelet, and how to exchange those bracelets. It's easy. I will show it in a video, but first let me go back a little bit in the history of the watch and explain you a little bit where the watch comes from. Even if you might think so, and if you are a fanboy and now you're saying, oh my God, Zenith is copying again. No, stop at this moment, please. Before you dare to say such things, learn history, go back in the history of the brand, go back in the history of Zenith, and if you do this, you will discover a watch that is called A3642, and it is a stainless steel sport watch that Zenith already introduced in the year 1969. I repeat that, 1969. This was 3 years earlier than the other brand you might think of introduced the Royal Oak. It's 3 years earlier. And if you really want to tell Zenith, okay, they are not able to do their own watches, then as a fanboy, you could say, okay, that's a copy. It is not, in fact. It is a modern interpretation of a watch that was, as I said, basically introduced in 1969. And a watch that was waterproof. And now, please, 300 meters. A watch that was waterproof, 300 meters. It had an anti-shock ring protecting the movement against shocks. And it had a screw-down crown and lots of technology already implemented to really make it a real good sports watch at the time. The case was octagonal. And even today, yes, the shape of the new Skyline is octagonal. It has not changed. The bezel, yes, had 14 angles at the time being. The A3642 had 14 angles, and the new one has 12. So a modern interpretation, an evolution of a watch that Zenith originally presented in 1969. If you are now asking yourself also, will this new Defy Skyline replace the Defy Classic? Yes, it will. The fade-out phase started this year, and until end of the year, the Defy Classic will still be there, but then being faded out and replaced by the watch you see on your screen. To start my presentation, I picked one of the 3 possibilities, and yes, of course, my favorite color, blue. So you see blue on your screen. Okay, I could have taken the black one or the one with the silver dial, but let me do it with the blue one. So what you see is a stainless steel case, a 316L stainless steel with a diameter of 41 millimeter. The thickness of this Zenith watch is 12 millimeter, and I have been measuring a lug-to-lug distance of 44 millimeter. So the weight of these watches with the rubber strap, as you see it actually on your screen, the weight I've been measuring is 128 grams. And if you then put on the a stainless steel bracelet. I will show you how to do this. The watch has a weight, and please, it has been sized to my 17 centimeter wrist. So with this sizing, the weight is 152 grams. So still very comfortable to wear. Okay, the watch features a screw down crown. The case is waterproof up to 100 meters. Bravo, bravo. This is really something. You can use the watch as a sports watch. And now let me really show you something you might have already been discovering when starting to watch the video, and you might have asked yourself, is the video running too quick and Alexander speaking too slow? No. What you see here is the small second positioned at 9 o'clock, and in fact the small second hand makes one turn in 10 seconds, and this was done to tell everybody that the watch is powered by a 5 Hertz movement, a movement that, let's call it a simplified El Primero movement. The movement basically is the El Primero movement, but all the mechanics that are linked to the chronograph have been taken away or off, and what you have is the basic automatic of the El Primero, and the El Primero, as you know, is a 5 Hertz. The balance wheel oscillates at 36,000 semi-oscillations, and yep, this is what you see on your screen, the small second hand making one turn each 10 seconds. That is in the very beginning when you start wearing the watch a little bit confusing, but you start liking this quite quickly because it is something that really is different. And honestly, I very much enjoyed this energizing or stimulating effect of having a central second, now a small second that turns differently than other watches do. Well, then let me show you the back. Here is the back with the movement that is called 3620. 3620. It is, as I said before, a movement that is basically the El Primero chronograph movement, but all the mechanics that are linked to the chronograph are not there or have not been mounted. So what you have is basically, yeah, the automatic, and this is a cool thing that Zenith didn't use the Elite movement, because as you probably know, the Elite movement has a far smaller diameter than the chronograph movement. And what would have happened if Zenith would have used the Elite? Probably the date wouldn't be as it should be, perfectly on the outside of the dial. The date would be somewhere in here, so not looking good. And yeah, this is a USB, the 1/10 of a second shown on the dial. And on your screen, highlighted on your screen with my pointer, again, this is plastic, so I will not be able to scratch anything here. So if you're wondering, this is my famous Bergeron pointer, but as always, plastic, no way to scratch anything, so I can touch it. On your screen, actually, you see the balance wheel oscillating at 5 Hertz, 36,000 semi-oscillations, and prominently to see here is the anchor wheel, and the anchor wheel is made out of silicone, and depending on how the light falls on it, you will have a blue reflection coming from it. So it is a silicone anchor wheel, but you see that's pretty quick, and yeah, indicates that we are looking at a 5 Hertz movement. So if you are interested in more details about the movement, the diameter of that movement is 30.5 millimeters. The thickness is 5.98 millimeters. The number of components, 247, and the number of jewels is 26. And yes, our power reserve is, guess what? Yes, 60 hours power reserve. So you have enough of power reserve if you want to lay down the watch for a while and reuse it later. The rotor is designed as a star. The rotor is filling up energy or bringing back energy to the barrel house, to the mainspring, and then this is how the watch basically is wound by the rotor. By wearing it, there's no need to unscrew the crown and to wind it by hand. You can, but you don't have to, of course. I have been unscrewing the crown. As you see here clearly, the haptic is perfect. There is absolutely no shaky feeling or something. It's a huge crown, look. And then you have the Zenith star on it as it should be. Nicely looking, absolutely. It's a screw down crown, yes. Since the size is quite reasonable, you also can easily handle it with gloves. That's perfect for me for doing a review for you. So all these small crowns sometimes, they are difficult to handle. Let's put it that way. So I've been unscrewing it, pulling it out in the second position. So what you see, there is a stop second. You see that the small second at 9 o'clock has stopped. I can show this when I pull the crown in. Attention. You will see it starts again. So if you want to do a time setting, so I am in the second position, and if you want to set the watch accurately with a reference time signal, you can do this. Second position, it stops, you can do that. Some of you asked me when I did the teaser in the community section or to have a look on the accuracy of the watch. It's a 5 Hz movement, 36,000 semi-oscillations. Zenith tells that the watch is regulated to -4 +6 seconds. That's what COSC requires. They are not COSC certified, I have to say this, but this is what COSC would certify, and I have been putting them on my Vici. On an electronic measuring equipment, all the free watches I have here, the blue one, yes, the one with the white dial, and of course the one with the black dial you have on your screen. And I've been checking them, I've been giving the movements time to stabilize in the different positions I have been measuring with the dial up, with the crown down, etc., in hanging positions, as you call flat positions, and also in positions where the dial is down. And what was surprising to me and really cool is that all the watches had only deviations in plus. So there were no deviations to minus, and the deviations in plus, there was a variation in between 0 point something up to 5 point something seconds. So they really are regulated perfectly to advance and never to be late. And this is what you want from a watch. So if the watch advances a little bit, you never can come late because you are a little bit too early there, but who cares? End of the day, who cares? So, okay. Next thing, and this is also something you should discover, is the date. I have been putting the 8 this time due to the fact that we are dealing with an octagonal case, 8 edges, as I said before, the A3642 in 1969 already had. And yeah, we have 12 angles here on the bezel, not 14 as we had it on the version in 1969, so we do have 12 angles. So now date. I'm told you the date, you see the 8, and I will now go back in the second position and show you the date change. This is now the winding position. I have to pull out the crown a little bit, you see, and now comes the date. You see, it's double digit now, a little bit smaller, of course. And you have a very nice sounding click. Click, click, click. I like it. And you still have a haptical response coming from the case when you advance the date. So I will put it back to the, you see, 31st. And watch now then comes, that's of course bigger than the single digit, and I will put it back to the 8. And what we will do then, quickly, I will pull out the crown and I will show you the date change when it is reaching midnight. I always set the watches to 10 past 10 to make them smile on your screens. And now we are approaching midnight. There we go, approaching midnight. Yep, let me focus perfectly on your screens. Yeah, we're approaching midnight, and let us see together what happens when the date change will happen. Nice. Ha! Exactly at instantaneously, it is midnight, so it is really perfect date change. There is no date, the number indicated, or the date is not moving around before midnight. It's really when the minute hand reaches midnight, tack, there is the date change. Has there been Super Luminova being applied on the dial? Of course, what else? And here comes our dark shot, Lum shot. Well, the exercise couldn't be easier than this. This is really, I have to say, perfectly done. You have here a push piece, you see it, and the only thing you have to do is you use your finger, you push on it, and you dismantle. That's so easy, and when I put this into the camera, you can see to again bring it back. Here it is. That it is. What you do is you just click. Have you seen? So easy. You don't need any tooling. You don't need any specific shape of nails. You just push the button. You can do this with gloves. And those who are watching my videos know how much I am suffering sometime when I have to do some changes. And now let us also take away the other side. I push, you see? Oh, is this good? Yep, this is really good. I have to say, Zenith, well done. Bravo, bravissimo. This now is the watch head, blue. And as I told you, let me show you, for instance, how the one with the silver dial would look when I put the blue strap, rubber strap on. So easy. It's really easy. This is life. It's nothing edited. It's life. I'm doing it. You see, it's holding. And look, you get a completely different type of watch. Yes, looking good. And now, this is the bracelet. The link. The links are very soft, so you can really, it really perfectly fits or adapts to your wrist. There is no micro length adjustment. If you are wondering yourself, it's a butterfly folding clasp you have, but there is no micro length adjustment available, unfortunately. But you have half links. Here you see that there are smaller links. They are screwed in. You need a screwdriver. And the same happens here on this side. And this enables you to easily change or adapt, the bracelet to your wrist size. The one I have has been already perfectly adapted to my wrist size, 17 centimeters as always. And now when you take the bracelet, the one thing you have to just figure out is there is a Zenith star engraved and the word Zenith, and you want to read it not upside down but in a correct way. So the only thing you have to figure out is that this is how you click it in. I clicked it in, so you now read Zenith and you see the star. I click it in on the other side. There we go. Click. And what you have now is a watch that is a completely different watch. Looks different, feels different, handles different, but is still a light watch. I said it before, 152 grams in the configuration for my wrist size. And how much is that bracelet? Tapering, of course, I've been measuring 25 up here, 25. And it tapers down to 16 millimeters in the clasp. And there is one little difference. The rubber strap has also a size of 25, of course, here, 25, but it is tapering down to 17, so it's a little bit broader, but we can say 2516 or 2517, depending on how you wear the watch. So this makes a completely different watch. I will open it up quickly for you and show it. This makes a completely different watch. Not the same watch anymore, but it is up to you to choose colors and the way how to wear it. So it really offers lots of possibilities to, to be worn in the way you want. What do you think about that combination? Black dial and the green rubber strap. I have been putting it on to show you how the folding clasp of the rubber strap is put in the correct position. You want to have the watch on your wrist. So you have a pin here, you see. So the pin will go in one of the holes of the strap, and then just like in a pin buckle, you close it. So you slide in. You open, I have to put it into the camera, of course, so you slide in, and for me the position is this. It's not the last one, last hole, but the one before. Then you go in there, you close it, and then you have a folding clasp. You see, it's opening. And if you want to close, what you do is you close one side, you close the other side, click, and the end goes in here. This is how it looks when it is closed. You have Zenith, the Zenith logo. Again here to be careful when you are clicking the rubber strap on the case, on the watch head. Be sure to always have it right, so you read Zenith not upside down, but the way it is supposed to be, like you see it on your screen right now. And yeah, that's how it looks like. You have a nice rubber strap that gives the watch a total different look, as you can see, green and black. A combination. And there's one thing I wanted to say. In case your retailer tells you, oh, the green one only comes with the silver dial, this is not true, and this is absolutely not what Zenith wants. Zenith really wants you to choose. It is only an option. It's an option, okay? That there is the white dial worn with that the white dial can be worn with the green. If you prefer to have the black dial with the green rubber strap in combination with the bracelet, then you should insist on buying the watch that way. There's no way that the retailer will tell you, the authorized dealer will tell you how to wear the watch. I show in the video all possible combinations: black, green, blue, black, silver, blue. Silver black is also a very nice option. I would even say the silver dial is the one that offers the most possible combinations and looks even good if you are into a bright dial. That's a very nice idea. And yeah, the one that is a little bit limited, more limited, is the blue one, of course, because blue, blue goes well with blue and black, but yeah, the green wouldn't fit. Okay, I think we agree. But you choose. That's important, and I just wanted to tell you that, if you are told something else when you're interested in buying the watch, no. You choose, and your retailer should have all the straps available, and you choose the one you want. The price of the watch is 8,300 euro, including VAT, or 8,400 Swiss francs, including VAT. The watches are not limited. And as I said before, whenever you choose such a watch, or when you're interested in buying the Zenith, the new Defy Skyline. Be sure to choose your colors and don't let the dealer or the retailer tell you in which combination you have to buy the watch. He is supposed to sell you the watch in the way you want to wear it. Voila, that I want to repeat once again. What do you think? I'm interested. Reading your comments about the watch. What do you say? Is it a cool watch? Do you like the design? And still, please remember, I just need to say it again. It's a watch that is based on a design that was originally created and presented by, not created even earlier, but presented by Zenith in the year 1969, in the same year when Zenith launched the Primero chronograph. So it is a design that has history and is authentic. It is going back to Zenith's history. So yeah, once again, not all watches you see on a screen on your device are a copy of another watch. No, they are not. Okay, looking forward to reading your comments, answering your questions, etc., etc. Yeah, give me your feedback. I'm keen to read it. Thanks for watching, and yeah, we will be back very soon with more Zenith novelties and with other novelties. So the year 2020 has just begun. Stay tuned on WatchAdvisor on YouTube. Bye-bye.